living things and non-living things. We see many things around us, from mountains and oceans to plants and animals. The earth in which we live is made up of several things. Everything that we see can be categorized into two groups, that is, living things and non-living things. Living things, things that have life, is called as living things. Examples: human beings, trees and plants, animals. Non-living things, things that do not have life, is called as non-living things, like the toys which you play with, balloons, pencil, books, car, buildings, and many more. Characteristics of living things. Living things can move. Living things can grow. Living things needs food and water. Living things can breathe. Living things can feel. And living things can reproduce. Now let's look into the characteristics of non-living things. Non-living things cannot move. They cannot grow. They do not need food and water. They cannot breathe. They cannot feel. And they cannot reproduce. Now let's look into the characteristics one by one. Characteristics of living things. Living things can move. All living things show some sort of movement. They can move their body parts, like human beings move with the help of their legs. Animals also move with the help of their legs. Animals without legs crawl and swim using their body. Plants do not move from one place to another. Plants show some movements, like touch me not plant closes its leaves when we touch it. Sunflower follows the direction of the sun. Living things can grow. When living things eat, they receive energy which helps them in their growth. For example, a baby grows into a child, and a child grows into a boy, the boy grows into a man. Similarly, animals also grow. Kitten grows into a cat. An egg hatches into a chick and it grows into an adult. Plants also grow, like a seed is grown into a baby plant and the baby plant grows into a big plant or tree. Living things need food and water. Living things need food and water to obtain energy, to grow, and to stay healthy. Human beings depend upon plants and animals for their food. Animals depend upon plants and other animals for their food. Plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis with the help of air, water, and sunlight. Living things can breathe. All living things need to breathe. Human beings breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide through their nose using their lungs. Different animals use different organs to breathe. For example, some animals use their nose, fishes use their gills, and worms use their skin. Plants breathe in carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere and release oxygen. Living things can feel. Living things react to changes in their environment. They usually respond to touch, light, heat, cold, sound, etc. Human beings and animals feel changes around them with the help of their sense organs. These sense organs are eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and skin. Plants too feel. Plants like touch-me-not plant closes its leaf when touched. Plants feel the presence of sunlight and their branches grows towards it. Living things reproduce. All living things produce new organism of its kind. That is, reproduction is a process in which a living being gives birth to young one of its own kind. In human beings, a woman gives birth to a baby. Some animals produce babies and some lay eggs, like cow gives birth to a calf. Birds lay eggs from which young ones come out and slowly grow into adults. Plants mainly reproduce through seeds, which can germinate in suitable condition and grow into new plants. That is, a seed grows into a plant and plant grows into a tree. Characteristics of non-living things. Non-living things cannot grow, breathe, feel, reproduce, move on their own, and do not need food and water. They can be divided into two groups, natural and man-made. Natural non-living things are found in nature and are not made by man. Examples: sun, moon, stars, clouds, rocks, mountains, and many more. Man-made non-living things are made by man. Examples: toys, chair, table, bed, house, buildings, and many more. Do you know? A car moves on the road, but it cannot move on its own. It needs a driver to start the engine and move it. So, a car is a non-living thing. Understood, children? A car is a non-living thing, but it has a characteristic of it can move. So, the characteristic of it is a living thing. But why do we say it's a non-living thing? Because it cannot move on its own. It needs a driver to start the engine and move it. Hence, a car is a non-living thing. Similarly, plants do not move, but they are living things, as they breathe, reproduce, feel, and need food and water to grow. Understood, children? Thank you.